On this episode of NSFW Show, we are joined by these two ladies, the Doubleclicks. They perform quite a bit. We find viral videos, we break down a music video, and we get down to life's unending mystery. Whether or not I got that mass text, because I am most certainly in your contacts. It's all coming up on this edition of the NSFW Show.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 187, recorded on July 16th, 2013. The Doubleclicks.
This episode of NSFW is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create a professional website, blog, portfolio, or online store. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase on new accounts, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW7 and ProXPN. ProXPN is a virtual private network that allows you to use the internet the way it should be, anonymous and unfiltered. For 20% off your new account, go to proxpn.com/twit and use the code NSFW. The Summer Music Series continues here off their new album, Lasers and Feelings. We present to you the Doubleclicks playing their song, The Mystery's Gone.
The day that I found Twitter was the day I fell in love. It had so many brilliant thoughts that made me say, me too. And you had conversations with the people I respect. The best celebrities retweeted you. The first time that I saw your site, my jaw dropped to the floor. I thought I was the only one who still watched MST. You're cooler than anyone in my town or in my state. We were online BFFs and everything was great. But then I met you in real life and now the mystery's gone. I don't wanna have your babies anymore. In real life you are just as lame as everybody else. And we can never get back to how it was before. Your real voice doesn't sound much like your podcast. And it's clear now you calculate your photo angles well. More than that, you're awkward and frankly, you're kind of mean. But through the internet, I couldn't tell. In real life, you don't have any new jokes. And when you talk about the web, it just seems kind of lame. In real life, you spend most of your time looking at your phone. I mean, so do I, but at least I feel some shame. Too bad I met you in real life, 'cause now the mystery's gone. I don't wanna have your babies anymore. In real life, you are just as lame as everybody else. And we can never get back to how it was before. Real life disappointed me, like raisins in an oatmeal cookie. Like an airplane I thought was a shooting star. Thought I found a parking spot, but there's a smart car. Too bad I met you in real life, 'cause now the mystery's gone. I don't wanna have your babies anymore. In real life you are just as lame as everybody else. And we can never get back to how it was before.
Woo! And just like that, it is go time for NSFW, the new show for the win, the new sauce for the webinet, the show that is nominally safe for work. Reporting remotely from Twit's Austin Bureau, I'm Brian Brushwood and Giant Brushwood, joined by the Giants, Justin Robert Young. What's going on, JRY?
Okay, Glass, start the show.
You don't look weird at all, man. You look totally cool.
This is going to be
You look
this is
rad.
what I call for the audio listeners.
You look handsome, not at all freakish. You don't look not like a Borg cosplayer in the least. I noticed you went with a jaunty red color.
It's actually orange, and it would actually be less shameful if it were red. It's even more obnoxious than red. So yeah, no, I have Google Glass. I got it for the Go Game. The Go Game actually owns it. I've been using it for a little bit. I know this is a tech network, so I'll do my 30-second review. It's really cool. It's not worth having crazy crap on your face. And we're done.
All right, right on, dude. Good work.
So there we go. My name's Justin.
Hang on, how long have you had it though?
Saturday.
And so like just like that, you're done, and you want it. Oh, man, okay. I'm gonna ask you more about it later.
I've used it a bunch. I'll continue to use it at certain points, but in terms of like the ubiquitous wear it all the time, which is I think what it wants to be, it's not that. The next version might be. Version after that might be.
What about this? Anytime that you're doing your own errands and you're not interacting with other people you regard as humans, like, you know, when you're doing your grocery shopping, like, you know, these are other bipedal mammals that you're dealing with, but like, they're not people. They don't go home to their wives and families. You don't really care what they think. You gonna wear it then?
I'll think twice about it. I mean, like, it is one of those things where like it does look weird, and also at this point, you have to be the evangelist for Google Glass. Like, you have people coming up, hey, what's it like? I had a drunk guy. Literally, I was walking from my house to Brett's house, which is a block kind of off a main drag in Oakland, California. I had a drunk guy and his girlfriend walked by, and the drunk guy's like, hey, Google Glass. Like, it was like I was walking a chimp down the road. Like it was like a roadside attraction.
That is amazing. Oh, wait, well, hey, man, what do we got in store for this episode? First of all, tell us a little bit about the fabulous Doubleclicks.
Number one, we will get to the Doubleclicks. As I mentioned before, Lasers and Feelings, their album out now, thedoubleclicks.com, and we're gonna interview them in the second segment, and I'm gonna get to that song that you guys just played, because this is like a You're So Vain of internet celebrities, and I'm just gonna say you're gonna say it's about a lot of people. It's not. It's about somebody, and we're gonna hear about it. All right, Brian. Before we get to the Doubleclicks and their amazingness, we get a lot of dead birds on this show.
Yeah, we do. Here's one right now. Somebody just brought this to my attention. Let me just get rid of this and this. There you go. Your power level's over 9,000, buddy. Just like that.
It is indeed over 9,000. Okay, Glass.
Yeah, man. So
measure my power level.
How long until it starts
over
talking back to you?
9,000. Thank you, Glass.
So here's the thing. For those of you guys who've never joined us live, it's a really electric, chaotic experiment. Sometimes what we do blows up on the launch pad, but being able to come up with a line and then have one of us steal it from the chat room, some people really, really like. But one of the things we always do beforehand is we don't know kind of what's going on in the gestalt of viral video world out there. And so I always go live an hour and a half beforehand, and it's just this awesome deluge of cats bringing me dead birds in their mouths like trophy, and some of them are just dead birds. So I'm like, well, that's a video that's old and busted.
Wouldn't it be a great Stephen King kind of premise if, like, you were doing that metaphorically, and then all of a sudden it literally started happening, and it was just like it was just a sea of cats with dead birds in their mouths, to the point where it damages the population of birds in the world.
No. So like it starts tomorrow, and I hear a scratch at the door, and I look, and there's a dead bird and a cat, and then I look, and the cat's tag says Cheeto, and I'm like, huh, yeah, I know a Cheeto from Chat. Whatever. And then, like, you know, the next day there's like 3 dead birds, and it says
Brian
Tom
thought
Z,
nothing of
Neshcom.
it until the next day, for it doubled. I don't know why. I feel like I'm narrating this. Like, I want to narrate through it.
We want to make a trailer for it.
I wanted it to be like a short story or like a little short film.
Well, what's the payoff then? Okay, so we get a bunch of like
it's a Stephen King story. We don't have to have a payoff. I don't know. A tentacle comes out of the ground and slaps you, and then we're done. Like, he doesn't write endings. That's his thing. I'm Stephen King. I don't write endings.
But at least it goes somewhere besides, like, there's just more of it. Like, you got to hint at the fact that there's some kind of uber bad guy overlord, but then never actually show him. And then, like, then I just go out and see a play that night.
Yeah,
and
no, the last thing is just like, aliens?
All right, it sounds legit. But then, all right, but here's the thing, right? So it's this awesome thing, and everybody sort of decides if the videos are good, and some of them show up in the show. But when we did it a few weeks ago, I really enjoyed the premise of the trial by jury, where I sort of bring them to you because now that you are usually driving up to Petaluma during this time, you don't get to see a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I like getting your feedback on it. But and then you had the idea to basically institutionalize this and create an award of sorts out of it.
So here's the deal. We are going to randomly show the Doubleclicks.
And then
Just
me
because you
again.
want to know what? They class up the show. And I feel like we're
To be
mixing
fair,
in
just-
our horse poop with just random shots of the Doubleclicks because they're amazing. Here's the
At
deal.
any time that you can always feel good about cutting over the Doubleclicks. That's never the wrong call.
I'll tell you what. Any of these awkward pauses that we have, boom, show them. Like now.
No.
Nailed it.
Oh, there. See? Look at that. Now it seems classy. Very well done. Okay,
So
what are we
here's the
doing?
deal. The person who has the best video today will become the dead bird belt champion. They will hold the dead bird belt for a month's time, and then we will do another dead bird challenge. You will bring the videos. I will judge the winner, and that person gets to hold the dead bird belt. That's how it works.
And unlike the curse belt, which is a shameful scarlet letter on your chest, the dead bird is a sign of honor. It is a sign of respect. And in fact, you get to when you have the dead bird belt, you get to in your chat and in Twitter, you can put the Diamond Club with a little a DB or a T for the tweet for the tweeting dead bird.
I think you
Like,
should
they
just
get
put
their
it
own
on your resume. Under good listening skills.
Like I earned the dead belt.
I am
or the dead bird.
Dead bird belt winner, May 2003. I don't know why. For some reason, I went back in time. I went 10 years back in time to retroactively award the belt.
Okay, first of all, we're gonna get you to pick your favorites. Just talk us through. This first one is epic 80s news intro. This is a found artifact that's been verified to be Channel 6 in Milwaukee, I think, from the 80s. Real quick, we're about 2/3 of the way through. Talk the audio listeners through what you've seen so far.
So it starts off like any kind of news intro, but really what separates this video is two things. The first being that they're doing a lot of reenactments. So it's not just like a lot of times, like for news intros, it's like a lot of like reporters like purposefully walking through hallways or like down around like visible landmarks of the city that they're covering. This is a lot of reenactments. Like there's a police officer, and also when you hear for the audio listeners when it goes like ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, it's always on another reporter. So there's the in the field crime reporter and the court reporter and the meteorologist, and each time that happens, it does like a jump cut, like a half frame
like
in.
So it's like 5 times in a row. Like yeah. And my favorite part is when you see the burning building and you realize that it's not like they caught an actual, fire in progress and decided to throw it in this cut, because this is all filmed, or some of it looks like. And I'm like, they set a fire to a house in order to get that shot. They're all like,
and also,
it's like
it doesn't
it's like
even.
They're all doing cocaine, and they're all like, "Yeah, man," and then we'll just show a freaking fire. It'll be awesome. We'll have the best news opening of anyone.
You're reading a lot into this intro.
Now that I've said it, you watch this. You tell me they're not all coked up putting this together.
Oh my God! Look at that telex.
Okay, and then they even get an actor to come in and pretend to be the fireman.
The fireman, yeah.
Step perfectly into frame there. Oh my God, that's so much wind.
Understand why this is an artifact of a bygone era. Because this is a news intro from a point when there was too much time to fill, And they had to just, I don't know, let's just do a 1.5-minute long intro where we look super serious and do like a Steven Spielberg style like overshot tracking so we can show how important the news gathering is.
They played this every single time before every single episode. You had to sit there you had a full minute. But I guess that mattered back then as well because like not everyone hit their DVR at the same time. So it's like you kind of had to give this minute buffer for people to switch over.
And by the way, Robert _ in the chat room says they covered actual news. Wrong. They were covering the bake sale and the county fair and the fattest chipmunk on the block, just like any news channel right now, okay? There was no other news being covered. Local news has and always will suck. And the fact that we have these television news in general sucks. Has always sucked, will always suck. And the fact that we have these like the newsroom where we had to be like, oh, the bygone era of great news. No, it's always blown. It will always blow.
This is like this brief moment. All of a sudden, my half robotic hobo co-host got replaced by a journalism school graduate.
Yeah, I know.
God, who's genuinely.
By the way, does it show that I got a degree in newspaper writing journalism and spent 4 years not enjoying broadcast journalism majors?
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Okay, so first of all, where are you feeling? Like dead bird or trash? I mean, is it or
no,
treasure
it's fine.
or trash?
Listen, a good baseline, but everything else is gonna have to eat 4 piles of balls if that one's gonna win. But it's good. Good.
All right.
Not great. Good.
As long as we are on this
plane crash. Plane crash. KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and
did you see this prank?
I did.
Okay, so this is a known prank or whatever. Does this even register? Because it's a found item on the internet.
I mean, good. Listen, this one's been around. We're already into the sub-controversies to the original controversy. Like, Salon did a thing because Patton Oswalt made a joke. Like, that's been its own thing. But so you know how this happened?
No, what they said in the retraction, they're all like, even though one of the safety officials confirmed it for us.
Yeah. So,
and they said it that way, which I thought was really weird. I was like,
I'm still unclear about how they got it. I like to imagine that somebody just called their tip line and they're like, yeah, I got the names of the captains. Holy Fook, Wee Tu Lo. But they even did it in order, which is really weird. Like it has to go in a certain order to make sense in the joke. But yeah, so the NTSB confirmed it because apparently a summer intern was like, yeah, no, that's legit. Run with it.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
That's still that's a Ron Burgundy moment.
All right, man. Well, let's take a look at this thing.
I go Milwaukee News-a-Palooza.
Okay.
Over that.
All right. We got our first real contender here. Let's take a look at a new video called Yes, Love. All right, now you realize this is a total ringer, right? Like seconds before we went live, freaking the what do you call it? He tweeted out that his new things, but chat room is freaking out. They're so freaking excited.
So listen, if you are not familiar with Tomcat, he has been a favorite of this show over the past couple weeks because his video, The Hurt, we kind of fell in love with his video, The Hurt. He's going to be on the show in the next couple weeks. We're working with Tomcat's people to get him on.
As far as I know.
But Brian, I want to see this video.
Okay, yes, I was about to say, it's so awesome.
Makes me so proud. I just don't want to say that I love you.
Man, look at that boot scoot boogie, huh?
And I'll tell you what,
the guns on Tomcat, though.
I'll tell you what. You know what? There are times that I'm excited that we look so much alike.
So real quick, so we have impartial judges. Brian, that's you.
All right.
Now go to Tomcat.
Right. This is me. Hold on. This is me. Da, 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 da. And then. Oh my God, we're the same person.
The Doubleclicks. What say you? Is there a resemblance between Brian and Tomcat?
That's not deniable. I think that's... It's beautiful, though. That's beautiful.
It is. Oh, my God. And it just, I love...
I'll tell you what, you want to know what's not alike?
What?
Your toothpicks compared to those ham hocks on
I
Tomcat.
know.
Holy
Dude,
moly, looks like you could push a car over.
I got to bulk up.
Think Tomcat does steroids? We should ask him.
No, let's do don't. You did not just really say that, right?
I want to know if he does steroids.
No.
Tomcat, are you juicing?
No, he's
Little
not.
juice for the cat?
No. He relies on natural talent. And by the way, do you like Justin? Is that scene too over the top for you?
No, he's not dancing.
You all right, buddy? What's going on? You okay? Look at that. Also, Tomcat is grabbing that ass. He's getting right on her backside.
Oh my God, no. That propelled me out of my seat.
You were unprepared. And what I love is the fact that everything is composited on here. He put the sun in there, but then he added a drop shadow to the sun, so it's projecting back onto the screen.
And look at
okay?
the girls crawling out of the sea. As
I'm
if they're
telling
kaiju from Pacific Rim.
It is so perfectly over the top. And
I'll tell you what, though. By the way, that hand placement will get you kicked out of a middle school dance. That is
that's
south
right.
of the border, mister.
God, look at how big he's got. Strong. I'm useless and soft and weak, and I can't make music.
So what do you think? Anabolic? Is he on anabolic steroids?
No, he doesn't. No,
The cream
he
or the
works
clear?
out hard. He works out hard, and
I
you
think
know
he's
what?
juicing. Steroid
the time-
controversy swirling around musician Tomcat.
I'll tell you what. Here's the difference: is the good news is I don't put drop shadows on my sons.
Tell you, he'll drop you talking smack.
I'm not talking smack. God, it's so perfect.
Look at that girl.
Oh, she's so jealous now. This is amazing.
No, the other one was before. Dude, listen, you can't cage a Tomcat, baby. He's out there. He's getting it done. He's putting work in.
Tomcat is somebody was doing regular internet, and then somebody was like, I bet we could concentrate this, put it in rock form, and then out popped Tomcat.
I bet you that Tomcat's got babies all over town like an NBA player. He's like Dwight Howard, just illegitimate children. He's just out there getting it done on the road. Did this cat just kind of stay there a long time? Like, at what point did they vanish? No, that one's been crawling back and forth. The other one on the right has apparently made it to Tokyo and is now smashing downtown.
Oh, and by the way, everybody, it's Tomcat with 3 T's. Tomcat Music on YouTube. Do us a favor.
His album is called Hi-Ya, right?
Hi-Ya, which is like, and that's the other thing too. Look at this, man. His freaking page is so perfectly. You go to there we go. The Hi-Ya. Oh, there you go. Tomcat's website. Get ready, son. Yeah.
He is kicking a keyboard in half. Hi-Ya. That is, of course, Hi-Ya with 2 I's and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 A's and 4 exclamation points.
It's so good. It's so perfect, man. All right. So, okay. Treasure or dead bird?
Listen, it's the crown jewel of the Nile.
All right. Do you even want to?
In fact, I'm willing to replace the Great Pyramids of Egypt with that video as one of the great wonders of the world.
I believe it.
I think it's an even swap.
All right. I got a couple
also,
more.
Put in steroids and illegitimate children on the questions to ask Tomcat when he's on here.
All right, now I know we're coming up. We gotta thank our sponsors. We gotta get back to the double clicks, but I'm gonna submit one more entry that I think has a chance.
Listen, this is a death slot, Brian.
It is.
You put the Tomcat out there, and now you're bringing another video. This is going to be a murder.
Well, let's take a look. This is Kittens on a Slide.
Oh, what an adorable kitty. Oh, my God.
All right, now here's the thing.
So for the audio listeners, Brian, play that again, and I'll do a play-by-play on it.
Okay, here we go.
So there's just an adorable little kitty sliding down a slide. Oh, he can't help it. He gets down to the bottom of the slide and falls with great speed into a fire pit, and there is an explosion after that. Which then I feel like it's part of the video that the you might like videos is a woman with what's in certain communities referred to as a shelf ass, because you can put things on it, and there is indeed a cup on top of it.
All right, I think the brilliance of the kitty one is that you're watching it and you're like, yes, it's a cute kitty sliding down in the rain, but then like shortly, like 3 seconds before it ends, you see what really does look like a campfire there. Like the compositing for a couple of seconds is extremely good. And so you think, oh my God, I'm watching a torture video. It's going to land in a campfire. And just as you gasp, the timing is perfect as the cat falls into an obviously CGI'd hole and then does a cartoon explosion.
Yeah.
And then there's the shelf ass.
Which, by the way, for people who are saying that last week on the social hour, Sarah Lane was surprised by having Lil Bub, fellow Revision 3 star, Brian.
Me and Lil Bub. We hang out in the Revision 3 coffee room from time to time.
Yeah, so they were, Lil Bub was on the social hour, and Sarah Lane melted into a puddle of adorability watching and interviewing Lil Bub and Lil Bub's handler. I feel like she would just curl into a fetal position and start weeping, even really? Knowing that that's CGI. That is a disturbing video.
So you don't think anyone should say Justin Robert Young thinks you should see this and send it to her? That would be bad.
I think everyone should say Brian is demanding that Sarah Lane watch this video.
No, I think it's Justin Robert Young.
Is demanding.
I don't think she should. You're the one who said it'd be a bad idea. I don't think anyone should.
All right, I agree.
All right. Okay, so here's the question. Man, I got some blast from the past as well. I'm not even going to bother. That's all I'm going to submit to you. Keeping in mind that we're going to have Tomcat in person on the show, who gets the belt?
So you have to consider the fact that somebody found these videos. If Tomcat tweeted this out, that's not as impressive as finding the kitty falling into the flame video. I am going to give the award to the kitty falling in the flame video. The Dead Bird belt, the inaugural Dead Bird belt. Brian, who does it go to?
It goes to I don't know, chat room. Somebody tell me who.
You didn't keep the names?
No, I don't do. You know me. I don't do none of that stuff.
But that was the whole point of doing the thing.
I twist a bunch of buttons. You guys
There's
know
too many knobs.
Who submitted it.
People are saying, who is this?
Speed
Demon?
Win.
Speed Demon?
Yeah, whoever you guys know.
Speed
John
Demon, there
Belushi.
we go. You get the inaugural Dead Bird belt.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Hey, and it should be pointed out, people are crying old, but I'm giving it the exemption because it never got above 500,000 views. So at only 400,000 views, it's like 3 years old now. Whatever, dude. All right, man. Are you playing the whole song?
No, I just have it here. It's just as long as we were talking about it.
Oh, okay. All right, hey, let's talk to our sponsor, and then
Hi, sponsor.
Hear some more music.
Brian, you know who the sponsor is?
I know one of them.
Squarespace, baby.
That's I know. Now I know two of them.
Squarespace. They do an all-in-one platform that's easy to create. It's a professional website, blog, portfolio, or online store. Listen, you might think, I thought I told you that they won't stop rolling out new features. All right?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Last time you told me that, I'm like, whatever. They're going to stop sometime. They ain't going to keep making new features forever.
Integrations, templates. FIT. Fit, baby. That's what they do all day and all night. Features integration templates. New of them. All of them. All the time. Plus, plans starting at $8 a month for software and hosting. A real value, as your mother would say.
I don't know that my mom would say that, but maybe she would. Okay.
Hey, Brian, it's a real value.
That's the best impression of my mom. Hey, Mom, I'm sorry. I got back a little bit past midnight. It's after curfew. Am I in any trouble?
Brian, as long as it was a real value.
Well, I mean, I didn't pay for anything. That's not why I was late. The movie was free, though, because I work in a movie theater. Because it's 1992.
Real value, Brian. It's a one-note character. I have nowhere else to go with it. Also, I don't want to insult your mom because I know her. And she's Facebook friends with me. It would probably say something mean. Here's the thing. Squarespace is fast and easy to use. Everything is drag and drop. Their page builder tool is called the Layout Engine. You know it's a success when they give it an awesome title like Layout Engine. That enables you to customize pages in seconds by adding blocks of content. I have a Squarespace account and a site. I use it myself every gosh darn week. I'm updating that thing. And I'll tell you what, it's a dream. I start updating stuff, and then I go to sleep, and then I'm like, I can't tell the difference because they're both dreams. I don't know where one begins. Reality is blending into dreams for me, Brian, because of Squarespace.
One of them became true, though, so that's the difference. That's whichever one involves Squarespace is the true one.
Here's the deal. Everybody go to squarespace.com. You're going to sign up for a free account, no credit card needed. Try it out, start building a website. If you decide to purchase, use NSFW7, get 10% off your first purchase on new accounts. And by the way, you want to get into this in a big, bad way? Go for an annual account. Go ahead, big boy. Go
you
big.
Save more? All right.
And don't forget about free domain registration for the annual plan customer subscriptions at squarespace.com. Use offer code NSFW7. Everything you need to create an exceptional website. Brian, we move along. Lasers and Feelings is the new album. The Doubleclicks is the band. Here they are. A song that they didn't want to give me the title to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's your moment, your time. We have asked for your input. You can say whatever you want. For one shining second, you're offered the spotlight. You can choose to take it or not. You might think that you're funny or being ironic, but it's an old joke we've all heard. And when it comes to it really, when all's said and done, you're still the guy who yelled "Free Bird." Why did you yell "Free Bird"? You are the guy who yelled "Free Bird." Free bird, free bird. Nobody wants to hear "Free Bird." It's the first thing that comes into everyone's mind, unless they have something to say. No one is laughing except in disgust, and the band wants you to go away. I know you don't want us to really play Skinnerd. The request is at this point absurd. Even if your bros are patting your back, you're still the guy who yelled "Free Bird." Why did you yell "Free Bird"? You are the guy who yelled "Free Bird." Free bird, free bird. Nobody wants to hear "Free Bird." You don't understand, you see, we're in a band, and we hear that damn joke every day. Did you notice your wife has let go of your hand, and your friends are all back walking away. I'm not saying it's fair, but everyone's thinking you're a jerk or a prick or a turd. If I leave here tomorrow, you'll still be the guy who yelled free bird. Why did you yell free bird? You are the guy who yelled free bird. Free bird, free bird. Nobody wants to hear free bird.
This is me standing up. This is me giving you the standing belly clap. That was utterly amazing. And tell me that the title of that song is Freebird, so that when somebody shouts it, you get to melt their egos with it.
Oh, absolutely.
That is amazing.
Check. Jamer, am I on? All right. You guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
That was a great song. You have played 2 great songs, and you will play many more as we go along. Angela?
Yes.
Aubrey?
Yes.
Remembered it. Nailed it, Bri.
That's good, because I was going to test you on it, because I already totally remembered. And I'm like, man, I hope he doesn't screw it up.
So you guys are currently on tour
Yes.
through the West Coast.
Yes.
You are in Portland based, right?
Correct.
That was a preamble for me to get to who that first song was about. Because I really want to know who was the internet celebrity. Because there's hints. Podcast, right? Come on.
No.
So it is. It is a guy.
No, it's not about anybody. If it was, I wouldn't tell you, but it's
Sure.
not.
Okay.
It's not
What if
about
I
it.
asked really nice or
Justin
very
set it up in
persistently?
advance. You realize the trap that Justin set for you. Justin said, I'm going to ask you, and you're going to say it's not about any one person, which will only confirm to me that it's definitely about one person.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. What we say, I mean, that song is about basically ourselves being insecure about meeting people in real life, because I'm so much more comfortable talking to people on Twitter than in real life.
And that's true. And the reason why is because this is something that, as like con culture and stuff has blown up, you find ourselves coming into communities online and then naturally wanting to intersect. And there is that moment of like, oh, you're that guy, aren't you? Because I thought you were another person, and then you turned out to be a garden variety person that I tend to kind of avoid.
You can't edit your real life into 140 character hilarious comments right all the time. Yeah.
Or some people, I mean, like now you've seen kind of it's a little bit even more insidious with like people like writing for other people's accounts. Like now that it's become like big business, right? So no, nothing. You're not going to give it to me?
No, sorry.
So if it's
I think
Chris
it's best
Hardwick,
to
you won't say it?
Push along. Just
Can we just start
along
naming
with
them?
Chris Hardwick.
Yeah, please don't tell somebody that is the case. I haven't met Chris Hardwick in
Okay, so it's not Chris Hardwick.
No.
Okay. And we won't just keep naming names.
Yeah.
On
All
the
right,
chat
so
room.
wait-
Whatever the chat room does, just don't keep naming names until they react to something.
Gosh.
All right. So, Brian,
Yes, sir.
I feel like we are just like incredibly lucky to have so many talented people come and do this show. Like we're like an actual music show now.
Sure. Let's say we're an actual music show. Insofar as, like, look, man, when real talent steps off the subway doesn't suddenly think it's a concert hall. All right. We just happen to have amazing, talented musicians who want to perform on our show. That'll make us an awesome music show.
See, this was what I like to call a segue for us to continue with the conversation, as opposed to you just rebutting my premise and throwing it right back in my face. See, it was a very simple thing where it's just like, hey, Brian, we're doing good. And then you're like, yeah, man. So anyway, what was this song about? Or
Nope.
What do you think about music? And instead you're like, no.
Well, you got to admit, that's become like our staple improv bit, is to be like, no, anytime somebody says something factual. All right, look, there are some things I wanted to know. You guys were on the Summer Music Series. Was it last year or the year before?
I feel like it was 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, yeah. And so obviously I assume a lot has to have changed for you since then. Where were you guys 2 years ago on your career trajectory? And I'm not even drinking. I muddled that word without Any car.
You're
direct.
It sounds like something that you would have on a gluttonous Thanksgiving. And
so where are things different for you now? And what have we missed in the last couple of years? Because I bet you guys have done some awesome rock star gigs, and would blow our minds.
Yeah, so I guess when we were on the summer music series last, we were doing Song a Week.
Yes.
That would have been 2011. So we were posting, for 6 months, we posted a song every week on YouTube. And then we stopped doing that. Since then, we went on the Joko Cruise, Joko Cruise Crazy as performers. We've played at Woodstock. We're playing a main stage show at PAX later this year, which is very exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've been to a lot of cons. We've done sort of nationwide tours. And we put out a couple albums, including our latest one, Lasers and Feelings, which has like a drums and full band situation, which is really exciting.
So that was new for you guys.
Yeah, it
Like
was brand
blowing
new.
up to the full band thing.
Absolutely.
Nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it's really different. It's really different than, like, with the internet, you can just be a band with your sister and a YouTube channel. But that, like, with a studio and arrangements and all kinds of people that did not write the songs that are having to learn them. It was really, really fun, but definitely different. It's like actual work.
Ugh.
Is there anything different about, like, how much are you only continuing to rely on the internet to build your brand and to promote your album, or are you finding yourself doing, more of those like, showing up on morning news programs to do your set and get out of their way? Like, do you find yourself trending towards some of the more familiar tropes of what it means to be independent musician in regular media?
Not a ton. Like, I think the traditional stuff that we do is like touring and playing with other similar acts. But fortunately, since the traditional music thing is changing so much, really trending towards what people like Jonathan Colton do anyway right now. Like, people know that they
Get
need
ripped off by Glee?
Yeah, get
Is that
everybody.
the business model?
Everybody really wants to get ripped off by Glee these days. Hoping for it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we're mostly using the internet, but there are a surprising number of people that come to our shows that don't have Twitter accounts. That's all a mystery to me.
Now, I can't help but notice, standing in between you, that you're ladies and you're on YouTube. What's the worst YouTube comment that you've gotten?
Oh,
because there's got to be one that sticks. Brian, what's the YouTube comment? Just so we can set the palette.
Yeah, here's the bar, and there's something. Oh, geez, it's like at some point somebody underneath the video it says every episode Brushwood gets fatter and gayer.
That's
so
horrible.
that's where I'm at. Yeah.
So that's where it is. But that was one
true.
that, like, Brian called. I forget if you called me after it or you brought it up on the show.
Yeah.
But it was one of those where it's like, wow, I deal with these all day as a profession, and they all roll off my back. But it's either original enough or it hits you right in like the soft spot where it's just like, well, I guess I'm gonna remember that one forever.
Yeah.
It's like I immediately whip out a Playboy, post it on the wall, and just start montage training as I'm working out.
Yes.
And starving and vomiting.
That's so sad.
You really paint a picture with that one, Brad.
Yeah. Well, it's because it actually happened, Justin.
I know.
I'll have you know I'm way more hetero now, and I've lost 20 pounds.
You're just
screw
like,
you.
Push it to the limit, and you're doing like push-ups and stuff.
Walk along the razor's edge. Go to get less fat and less gay. Every episode.
Oh, man.
Well, that went there.
Yeah, that happened.
So, where's YouTube comment?
I don't know. We haven't done a lot of YouTube. When we were doing weekly songs and they would get picked up, we'd get more, but like the really mean stuff usually came in through private messages on YouTube, which I don't understand why. I guess they realize that
because they're dirtbags and they don't want
but that's the weird thing. Like I don't ever get, I guess I don't read the YouTube private messages, but like nobody, like people say mean things when they think that the talent's not watching them. Like, I can't believe that somebody would send it to you directly.
No, yeah. I think that's also kind of a gender thing. Like, girls get way creepier stuff that comes in through private message because, like, there's even a certain line where people are like, oh, I don't know, like that was, I was saying mean things, but that's actually something that you should probably get arrested for. Yeah. And like that kind of stuff I think comes in on private message. But like, what kind of stuff would you guys get?
I mean, I like to pretend it never happened, mostly.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Generally, just for the audience, because I feel like this is something that,
inappropriate
people don't know.
content or.
Oh no, I mean just sort of like obviously our music is not their thing, but they've chosen to watch a lot of it and
It's always the worst.
come up with a series of insults for some reason, which is just unfortunate. But I know somebody was like, "Why do you read those? We don't read them anymore. I promise."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now wait. So
Yeah,
you don't
and that
read,
goes
if
for
somebody
you
wanted
too,
to reach you
Chatrealm.
on YouTube private message. Sorry, Charlie.
Oh no, you have to call me on a rotary phone now. That's the only way you can get in touch with us.
So you'll like listen to the first couple seconds, and you're like, "No hiss and pop." Sorry, buddy. Click.
Exactly.
Apparently you're on a rotary phone as well.
Yes. It's Portland.
So do you guys, what have you guys found as musicians getting started? Obviously, YouTube is a tremendously big tool for you guys, but what of the social media do you guys rely on? Like, have you found a bigger response from Facebook versus Twitter, or do you just try a blend of everything?
We're on Facebook and Twitter. We use those differently. I like Instagram, and we have not used Google Plus that much because I don't have time. But that's
It's just, you know what? And that's the problem is nobody's cracked the whole post to everything at once thing. Like, if that was the case, and of course nobody wants that. They're all like, we want to be the
because
only
they're different
one.
things, right? Like,
Yeah.
I used to have my Facebook and my Twitter together, and then everybody on Facebook was like, "Man, you just constantly post on Facebook," because like the frequency there is just different than what like Twitter. I
Yeah.
can bang out like 9 Twitter things in a row because of the 140 characters, and people are like, "Cool, that's there."
Right.
On
But
Facebook, it's
there's
like,
some-
"Why are you jamming my feed with your crap?" Yo,
But that's just it. Is there's some things like I don't think you should ever set it up to automatically cross post to everything. But like the old tweet deck was really great because you had you wrote your thought or your post or whatever, and you're like yes, no, that kind of thing. And it's like you can't do that because there are things that are perfect for Facebook and Google Plus, but not Twitter, and perfect things that are universally like all three. The whole world needs to see like the like when the new Tomcat video came out. I was like everybody needs to see this right now. But anyway, that just I agree. It is a pain in the ass to have to do all those sign-ins.
do you guys feel like you're inspired by having watched the Tomcat video? Like now, are you richer people?
Yeah. Yes. I feel like I
Spiritually?
want to have ladies climbing around in an ocean behind me just all the time. I wish there was like a green screen here
They
so
were
you
like-
could just do that.
They were like emerging from the sea as if they were going to like lay eggs on the shore.
Yeah. It was amazing. And now I don't even remember if he was like singing words. That's the only thing I can remember from the
So that
video.
was the image. The arresting image for you
Yeah.
was the ladies emerging from the briny deep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to talk at all? Okay. Just making sure.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
We're
immediately
gonna
going back
clear
and
the way
I'm calling
for
back
Aubrey.
up
Do
again.
you have anything to say?
No.
That's
That was life-changing watching that video.
He was definitely flexing a lot when he was playing the piano. Like a lot. It was
Wait,
amazing.
hold on. Are you calling him out? Let me see. Oh my God. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, look at those veins.
Dude, he's got
He knows people are looking at his arms right now.
No, we see. I don't know. Maybe
and,
he just
and they
did a bunch
should
of
be, by
push-ups
the way. Look
right
at those.
beforehand.
And also look at the Tomcat and the girl in the hearts in the back.
That was amazing.
Oh, so good.
That's
All
just
right.
amazing.
That sun gets me every time. It's amazing. Okay, so look, let's do this. Let's take a moment. I need to get. I have something in my back pocket that I haven't shared with you, Justin.
Okay.
It was another contender. I think it needs a full music video breakdown. But
Okay.
I don't know how many more songs we have left in the Doubleclicks, but I know we do have to thank our sponsor. What order do you want to take this?
Well, let's do the video, and we'll thank the sponsor. We'll do the video. The Doubleclicks will play a song to officially end the episode, and then if you're watching live, we will continue talking and rocking.
Oh my God! Somebody just said TV Zegon just posted in the chat that he's a former competitive curler, and that's why he's got amazing arms. Is this real? It is.
Wait, there's like pictures of him curling.
well,
Wait,
that's
like
what,
Canadian
that's what it,
curling?
yeah,
Or like curling like you would with like a free weight.
No, I would. I think this. Let me see. It. Oh my God, this is. He's even more. Yes, Thomas found peace of mind through competitive curling, golf, skiing, and hockey. That's amazing.
Although, by the way, have you seen like Olympic curlers? they're all not necessarily well-built dudes. Like, there are some
Well,
guts on Olympic curling teams.
They could learn a thing or two from Tomcat. All right, look, let's take a moment
I'm just
and talk.
saying, that dude, listen, above and beyond. The Doubleclicks, are you sick of people snooping all upon your traffic online on what you
Creepers,
do, where you go?
Creeping all the time.
Oh,
Because
no.
it's happening.
It's happening right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I am. I see what's happening. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. This fear that has obviously plagued your life, you can have respite from now thanks to ProXPN.
Yeah, man. Look, you know what ProXPN does is they encrypt all of your traffic headed out with like 512-bit encryption. I think that's the right number. Is it, Justin? I'm not very technical. I just know that like it'll take forever for them to crack it, and it's not worth it for the government to even try.
Brian, you nailed it, bro. 512-bit encryption tunnel. It's a works via OpenVPN or PPTP. You choose. Listen. Why do we need to, cut down the options? You choose here, okay? Protect yourself against ISP's 6 strikes rule. Keep your personal internet usage private at work. Listen, you got a boss. You want him to know where you're going?
Dude,
especially
you know
where
what?
you're going, and I'm looking at you.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, just they can look. They can watch that. There are people that set up backdoors and all that stuff so they can monitor your exact internet use. You know it'll show there? Won't show when you went to Facebook or when maybe they want to needle you about like, oh, you were logged in on Facebook for so many days. And it's like, it ain't none of your never mind. If you're doing your work, you're turning your stuff in on time, that's all that matters. ProXPN, when they go to look up your logs, it'll just show worked a lot. Also, some kind of encrypted thing. Don't know. And if they have a problem with it, say, look, man, I put my banking records on there. I check, I don't want my passwords getting out. ProXPN is watching out for you and keeping you protected. You're going around, you just log in on any old Starbucks Wi-Fi. Darren Kitchen of Hack 5 is personally capturing all your information and is going to make another episode of it.
Listen, go get ProXPN, okay? Region free also. You guys like British television?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So here's the deal. It airs over there before it airs over here. We're like mook suckers, Not no more. You can go ahead, make your connection region free, and then all of a sudden your ISP's talking British. And it's going to the BBC saying, hello, governor, show me Sherlock before it airs in America. Boom. That's what you get with ProXPN. Here's the deal, Brian. We got a deal for you.
Yeah? What's the deal?
ProXPN.com
like a discount and everything?
Okay. Premium accounts, what do you think they cost?
Premium accounts.
Per month, what do you think they cost?
Like $30 was what a competing product was.
Well, I'll tell you what. Normally, $9.95. So already taking $20 off the top. That is the competing product. Put it in a can of gas if you catch my drift, okay? Sucks. This one, $9.95, but you want to know what? It even gets sweeter, okay? You go, use code NSFW, like the name of the show. You receive 20% off the lifetime of your account. That's less than $5 a month on the yearly plan. If you're not satisfied, you can cancel within 7 days. Full refundo, my friends. Go to proxpn.com/twit. Use the code NSFW. What was that, Brian?
And let me say this. I mean, first of all, I can't believe it's less than $5 a month, and this is genuine amazement on my voice. But more importantly, like they really do pay attention to the promo code. So if you like what we're doing at NSFW and you want to let the folks at ProXPN know that you like our show, then hook them up. $5 a month. You get privacy. You get taken care of.
So there we go. Promo code NSFW. You receive 20% off. Awesome. All right, Brian. You got a music video now. The Doubleclicks, I'm going to refer to you as a collective. We oftentimes watch music videos, and we like to kind of break them down because we find that there are many music videos that tend to take themselves a little seriously, and we like to kind of poke a little fun at it. Would you like to hang with us and break down a music video here?
Sounds awesome.
All right. Well, Brian, cue one up.
Justin, I feel like I got to give you fair warning. This is not going to be in the vein of a say or any of the other awesome videos that we broke down. This is going to be like breaking down. You hear it a lot. You hear, oh, this is the next Friday. Pretty sure this is the next Friday.
What? There's a new Friday on the. No, this I do feel like is like Pacific Rim. Like we're being warned.
We've been talking for a while.
Pause right here.
What?
The song hasn't even begun. And you know that it's got a thing because the hairs are sticking up on the back of my neck, just awaiting what the beat and the tenor of this lady's vocals is going to be.
All right, you know what? I'm going to refresh this because, this is what it was, and there's nothing that gets me as excited for NSFW than a video that shows 301 plus views. Like, it's hit the limit because it's blowing up so fast, and almost all dislikes. I'm going to refresh it now. And okay, there we go. We're up to 151 dislikes, 22 likes for mass text, by the way.
Wait, hold on. Before we start, Angela, it hasn't even begun. We've just seen the preamble. What do you think?
The title is what scared me the most. Like, the font on that title is what I'm scared of.
Hey, so we've been talking for a while, and I thought we were cool. Did I miss something? Why did I get your mass text? I'm in your contacts. Why did I get your mass text? I'm in your contacts. Why did I get your mass text? I'm in your contacts. Why did I get your mass text? I'm in your contacts. The party invite's made, and
Pause it. I feel like there is war atrocities we could have shown on the screen that would have gotten less of a reaction from the double clicks. They're just shell-shocked as if it's just a 12-mile stare, as if they just came off the front line of Vietnam.
I don't know why she got the mass text. I need to know more.
Go, Brian, go.
I'm confused because I got left out again. Why not get your mass text? Why not get your mass text? I like you, this is not enough. Trying to read you, it's so tough. Why not get your mass text?
Yeah, how does she try to combine awkwardness, rejection, and sexiness, and cheesy acting? I need you to be distant. Look at your phone and realize there's no message there.
Okay, so
nothing.
is the lyric? It's why didn't I get your mass text?
Right. Why
I'm in
didn't
your
I
contacts.
Yeah, I'm in your contacts. Why didn't I get your mass text? All right, so if you missed those lyrics, why, oh, why didn't I get your mass text?
Now, and also, I just want to point out for the audio viewers, she keeps switching things that she is holding, including a matching Barbie and Ken dolls and a tiny dog. I think, listen, I don't want to be one to just drop hyperbole here on the show, but I think we've set feminism back at least 2 weeks. You know, whatever the last 2 weeks, we're erased. We're done.
Well, look here. I'm sure it'll all come back. I'm sure this is just a setup for an awesome payoff.
I'm in your contacts.
All right, hold on.
Really.
Do you hear those lyrics, Justin?
Yeah.
She needs to emote and make it clear.
Your contacts. I'm in your contacts. Baby, just hang out with me, then you'll see.
All right, now what is she just desperately begging? No, come on, guys, I'm cool. What is the subtext here?
You want to know what? Let's actually just ask. How would you guys describe the video as we've seen it so far?
Well, the thing that strikes me is that in the plot that she has glasses. Which means that she's unpopular and disliked.
Exactly. So she's playing a character.
Yeah.
Where she is not. The character that is singing is the one who did not get the mass text.
Yeah.
She's confused as this gentleman has her in his contacts.
It's very clear. She knows that.
But she's unpopular. Like you said, she has glasses. Mm-hmm. She's not showing her boobs.
As the narrator, she steps out, and now she's explaining this is
really like a traditional Greek chorus, Brian.
Yes, exactly.
To your hottie heart, well, I hold the key.
Oh my God! No, go back. Freeze frame that. Freeze frame that face. So she makes. No, keep going. She has a lip bite thing that is greater than. No, yes.
Well, I told the kid.
Is it?
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah. Yes! It's Popeye! I'm strung to the finish because I didn't get your mass text.
It's so easy to check my vibe. You're texting etiquette? Yeah. No, it's done.
She's telling him off and then smiling at her ability to tell him, like, that's right, I just said that. To eat that, sir.
So that's...
Go ahead.
Let's say somebody came to you guys. You guys are making it big in the music industry, and they say, listen, you guys can have an album, full band, we'll pay for your recording studio. Here's the catch. You need a single. We got this hot song called Mass Text. We need you guys to record it, and you're reading lyrics like, yeah, you're texting etiquette. It sucks. What do you say?
Well, as long as it's a spoken line, I think. This is a hilarious video. It's very funny.
All right, now here's the question. Here's what your brain or my brain starts to think. Is this because we went through this with the Hot Girls Got Problems too? Justin is convinced those chicks are trolling everyone. Like that's their
I'm not.
shtick. What?
That was not my point.
No, you said that with the follow-up video. You said that these girls are clearly trolling, and that's their whole thing.
No, I just took umbrage to you like nuclear blowing them up on Twitter and saying that they were like visual aids.
I don't think you are remembering the moment I'm talking about at all. I'm pretty sure the chat room's gonna call back the moment when it was at the pre-show where you started to watch the second video that they put out, and then you were like, no, they're just trolling.
All right, I don't. Well, yeah, I defended them. I don't remember specifically saying that they were trolling, but I'll take your word for it.
All right.
Your contacts.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
What?
I think we just had a moment here in studio.
Yeah.
There she goes.
As you can see, the Doubleclicks, amazingly talented musicians.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Lasers and Feelings available right now. Thedoubleclicks.com. Two amazing artists. For those of you who are listening, bespectacled.
Mm-hmm.
Both have glasses. There's a moment in the video that we just watched where, Brian, if you can spool it back a little bit.
She discovers herself.
She's surrounded by girls, and they are all urging her. They're putting on makeup. Mm-hmm. And then there's a big moment here where she removes her glasses.
She takes a deep breath.
Yeah.
She purses her
like
lip.
she's never seen herself without glasses.
As if they are just like soldered onto her her metal head, and now finally removed. She's like, "Oh, this is what I look like."
Your contacts.
And now she can't see. That's
the problem, right? We're back to the really, really line, by the way.
Let's also point out, as people have put in the chat room, this is a song allegedly about, or at least being set in a high school. All these people look older than me.
Yes, absolutely.
They are all 32.
They all look as old as Casper Van Dien did in Starship Troopers if he was played by Casper Van Dien today.
Yes.
Like that's how old they are.
There we go.
So now she's on stage during this prom.
So how soon do you think we're going to see her phone blow up with texts and she excitedly realizes that she's in all the mass texts?
I mean, that's where it's got to end, right? I would love if this video ended with somebody being like, have you actually tried turning off cellular service and then turning it back on? And then she's like, no. And then she does, and there's all these old texts pop up. Hey, hold on. So they're doing a dance where, like, they're holding the phone up to their ears as if they are getting a phone call, but it's not called "Why Didn't I Get Your Mass Phone Call?"
Right.
It should be looking at it, right?
Like it's a maybe they're listening to Siri. Maybe they're like, Siri, any new voice messages? No. Why didn't I get that mass text?
You did not get the mass text.
I'm gonna get your mass text. I'm in your contact. I'm gonna get your mass text. I'm in your contact. I'm gonna get your mass text. I'm in your contact.
Oh, she didn't get the text.
No, she actually never gets the text.
No, she did. She got a text from him. Not a mass text, though.
Oh,
So
singular
I don't
text.
know.
Why do you? Is it just me, or do I never want to be in a mass text?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, dude, have you experienced being in a group me? It's just this unending needling.
Anybody going to dinner?
Heading down. I'm at the Radisson.
Yeah. Are you in the lobby? Who's up? You want breakfast?
Yeah, man. Well, get ready for that to be a thing. By the way, that is.
So, all right,
that's
1 out of 10.
A 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I mean,
how good is it?
Is this the next Friday? Is this gonna?
Tay Allen, by the way, that is
That's
T-A-Y.
spelled wrong. It's Max texts you right there.
Oh, hold on, let me.
Oh, there we
it's
go.
got like a
it was-
digital.
okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh, it's doing an awesome thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I thought
gotcha.
the same thing for a second there. I was very
Alright.
confused.
So T-A-Y-A-L-L-Y-N.
Mm-hmm. Tay.
Man.
Tay
text.
Allen, of course, related to Zonde, no doubt.
All right, Zonde Allen, of course.
Why didn't I get your mass text?
Oh, now I would pay money for that to get Tay Zonde to cover Tay Allen's.
I'll tell you what, Lamar
somebody
Wilson
get-
of This Week in YouTube is like his boy.
Dude, we need to make this happen. We need to start it right now. Everybody tweet Tay Zonde and say you must cover this song instantly. If he does this in the next 24 hours, this would be like the hugest thing ever. We gotta get.
I really, 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 really miss your love.
This would be the most amazing thing ever, dude. Please, you guys are gonna make it happen. All right, let's. I'll tell you what, we gotta wrap things
He
up
has to
here.
turn away from the microphone to receive the mass text.
I think he does. He does this moment where he goes.
You know what I
That'd be
realized?
amazing.
We actually probably could get his number and just mass text him.
No, why we mass tweet him? It's the same business.
Because,
right?
we really, 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 really miss his cover.
All right. The entire. Oh my God. Look, some people are just saying that there's a thing that maybe should happen, and maybe it looks like this. Just putting that out there.
Well, yeah, it's Tomcat in between the double clicks. And Angela, how would you describe your reaction to Tomcat in that Photoshop?
Yeah,
She's disappointed.
I like
she
Aubrey's
didn't get a
face
mass
in that.
text.
Aubrey looks appropriately stunned by what's happening.
Stunned.
I don't think I've noticed him yet.
All right. We have.
You want to take a look at the movie draft minute, and then we'll go out with the song?
Yeah. Do the movie draft minute.
All right, here we go. Movie draft minute, people.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute for the week of July 15th, 2013. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. Like a kaiju monster destroying Tokyo, only one can be in first place. Let's go check out the rankings. Cargill's in 6th place with Pacific Rim bringing in $37.2 million a week, bringing his total to $303.5 million. Scott Johns is in 5th place with $345.4 million. Tom Merritt's in 4th place with $409.5 million. Sarah Lane's in 3rd place with $476.6 million. Justin Robert Young's in 2nd place with $622.2 million. And in 1st place with Grown Ups 2 bringing in $41.5 million, bringing his total to $765.8 million, it's Brian Brushwood. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of July 15th, 2013.
Dude, Tom Merritt was saying that he thinks he's got a shot at number 2. He says that he thinks he could take you down, Justin.
I mean,
is he full of it?
Whatever. I'm sick of Tom Merritt and his jive talk.
All right. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and wrap things up here. Anything we want to promote with the Doubleclicks before we hear a song from them? We talked about the album, of course.
Brian, of course, Lasers and Feelings is the album. The band is the Doubleclicks with Nothing to Prove. Here they are.
A song for the people who like to call us fake geek girls. I entered this scene through rejection and honesty. Nerds weren't mean, they were weird, and that worked for me after years of teasing. When social skills failed me, Dungeons and Dragons cured all that ailed me. We read books, we played games, we made art, we watched Lost, we said things like D20, shipping and Manicost. It felt good to be myself, not being mocked, still self-conscious though we whispered things about jocks. But one day you grow up, come into your own. Now geek's not rejection, it's a label I own. Then ignorant haters come to prove me wrong. Tell me I'm not nerdy enough to belong. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. Fake geek girl test, that's a funny one. Go ahead, how many comic books are there I haven't read? I know it feels good to have a contest you win. It would feel even better if I wanted in. So women aren't geeks, is that your conclusion? That this is some secret club based on exclusion? 12-year-old dorks would say you're being selfish, and then they'd go write in their journals in Elvish. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. I've got cred, but honestly, I shouldn't need it. This world needs all kinds of folks to complete it. You've got gamers and artists and comic subscribers, cosplayers, crafters, and fan fiction writers. You can stop, never say fake geek again. Our club needs no bouncers, all who want in get in. But go ahead if you want to own that role fully. I ain't got nothing to prove to a bully. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove. Haters are gonna hate.
The Doubleclicks. Brian, is there really anything else to say?
Nope. Let's just wrap it up. Play the lullaby. Take us out, Jammer B. Thanks everyone for another amazing episode of NSFW. This is a lot of fun, man. Being able to talk at the same time. Here I'm talking over the music and
Yeah,
not ducking out.
this
You
is the
sound
best.
Great.
Thank you to everybody. Of course, the Doubleclicks, Lasers and Feelings, available now at thedoubleclicks.com. Again, with the music episodes, the technical stuff is so important. Jammer B, of course, as always, is the man who is mixing everything. And also, Patrick Delahanty, P. Delahanty, with the jib work, just makes this, that much more special. Look at it. It's flying all over the place.
I'll tell you what, Justin, I got to tell you, man, I really, 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 really thought this was a good episode. Also, everyone get in touch with Tazon Day. He's got to cover that thing, and he's got to do it tomorrow.
Brian?
Yeah?
See you next Tuesday.
Do me a favor, buddy. Die in a fire.
Rather be dipped in honey and fed to a big ant pile than do without Justin Robert Young for even a little while. Oh, NSFW, I love you. Oh, NSFW, I love you.
Brian.
Yeah, buddy.
I just got an alert here on my iPad from Patrick Delahanty, who is moving the camera.
I didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
It said, this is a mass text. You're in my contacts.
You kidding me?
So then I guess...
I just sent him.
By proxy, Brian, you did not get the mass text. Despite the fact that you are surely in Patrick's contacts.
I definitely just wrote him asking if I missed a text from him. It says right there, Patrick Delahanty.
Man.
God. Why didn't I get his mass text?
Are you sure you're in his contacts?
I thought it was.
Huh. You better look into that. So this is usually the part, especially when we have an awesome band here in studio, that we just kind of shoot the poop and you guys play a bunch more songs. I didn't want to get into kind of the theme that you guys had in the last song, Nothing to Prove, because the fake geek girl thing is something that really kind of gets in my craw, and I can imagine that it is all the more with you guys. Where do you think that comes from?
I think it's because all geeks have been bullied, and so they've turned to bullying other people. I really do. Like it's like a natural, like you don't think about it.
Yeah.
But you're like, this is my place, and this is where I'm the boss. So
you just always
you're
find the other. Like you were the other, and now you find the other to bully.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
naturally.
I think I'm oversimplifying it, but I think that's part of it. And
Brian,
it's like, especially if somebody looks like somebody that bullied you, and so they're like, you don't look like a nerd. You look like
somebody else.
Yeah.
Boo! Shun you. Do you worry about that, Brian? With like, Penny. Penny is obviously, like reading. We were joking that Penny, your daughter, how old is she?
Yeah, 9 years old, going into 4th grade, man.
And we both agreed, better read than both of us, right?
Well, yes, and also funnier than both of us,
without a doubt.
Probably smarter.
She was that
both of us
long
combined.
before now, but like
Yeah.
she's pouring through like 3 books a week or something like that.
And it's tough. Like she read The Hobbit in like 4.5 days. It was ridiculous. But it's like I don't know how to. The thing is like I don't want her to get made fun of, and I want her to toughen up, but I don't want her to be bitter and jaded. Like I don't know how to handle it. I want to shield her from the world and just save her. I want to keep her in a closet where she could just be a beautiful flower. I know.
And like part of that is the community, this weird vigilante kind of element of like the geek community that for some reason, and I don't know. I mean, is it just because that a lot of these communities just didn't have women before, like that were meeting, like that these cons kind of used to be a patriarchy, right?
Here's what. Let me take a stab at this. Is this like we have entered this age of geek empowerment, and is this the geek equivalent of the frat boy? They're like, stuck up bitch. She probably is lesbian anyway. Like, is that the geek equivalent of like, they never talk to me. They ain't real geek girls. Are the geeks becoming jocks now?
I just want to reframe your question in a serious interviewer's phrase. Is she's the geek equivalent of she's a stuck-up bitch, probably a lesbian anyway?
Hi, Mom. I don't know. I mean, I don't. It's a complicated issue. I think it'll be over soon.
Well, I mean, it is. It happens because it is new, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like the con culture itself is only like what? Probably, I mean, in the exploding era that we're in now, like 10 years old, probably.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are a lot more women now than there used to be,
Oh,
which is
good Lord.
a good thing. That
An
there are
amazing
more
thing.
people who even if they don't like the exact same things that everybody else has liked forever.
Well, and it's like,
Yeah.
where is it bad? Like it always I fail to see, like, even when like when like Twilight was one of the biggest things at Comic-Con.
Right.
It's like, all right, you can not be in Twilight. Like, where is it bad for anything that everybody is in this, like, that the same people who are in a thing for like Glee or Twilight or something is also with a bunch of people who are like, well, I don't know, Vision is my favorite Avenger. Like, that's just, it's better for everybody that we're kind of mixing points of view. At least, I don't know. Of course, this is like...
Oh, shoot. Justin, we forgot to make our announcement about Ruin'em, about
okay.
the labels. I'm sorry. It just hit me, and if I didn't say something, we're going to be in trouble.
We're going to forget it. Okay.
Yeah, so we got it. We got word from Steve. We're going to have to rely on you guys to pass around, or I don't know if he has a list of everyone who pre-ordered, but there was a delay in getting the labels approved. They are hoping to have the labels by the 22nd, which is less than a week away. At that point, they could start sending them out. But ruinem.com, if you wanted to sign, I still haven't signed up and ordered mine yet. So if you're lazy like me, you could jump on it now. Sorry about that.
So basically, yeah, we're looking at probably another week or two delay before we get started. Again, this is a regulatory label thing. It's completely out of our control. We're trying to go as fast as we can to package this stuff up and bottle it and ship it out to anybody who pre-ordered. So if you are in a situation where you were expecting them to get there to wherever you have put your address in the next week or so, then go ahead to ruinem.com and there should be some sort of help thing, and we can or otherwise just at reply me or Brian, and we'll put you in touch with people to change an address or something like that.
Yeah, and I would imagine I would imagine they have to have everyone's. I mean, it seems like a weird way to. I guess we're letting the fans know now, but it seems like we should be able to send out an email update to everyone who pre-ordered. We'll have to talk to them about that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just a soft thing. We don't want to abuse the email, privileges. I don't know whether we put like, hey, we won't send you a spam email or whatever.
You know what we should do is we should just send a mass text.
That's when everybody's asking themselves, why didn't I get your mass text? I am almost positive I reside in your contacts. All right, you guys want to play another song?
Absolutely.
What do you got for us? I can't do the fancy intros anymore.
That's okay. This is a song about believing in yourself.
Hey! Who can be against that? The Doubleclicks. They're not against it. That's them.
You're not the right shape and you're not the right size. You don't get along with others, but you need to realize that the actors in the movies are not what you're supposed to be. You are good the way you are, 'cause you are you. That's best you see. We've all been looking for role models and turned our eyes to Hollywood, but that's not where to find them. Look to yourself. Yes, that is good. It's okay. Velociraptor, don't be sad. Velociraptor, 'cause you're the size of a turkey, not a lion. Can't turn a knob and don't have friends upon whom you can rely. The movies have created an unattainable expectation. The raptors in those films were a fictional creation. Don't judge yourself too hard, Velociraptor. You are good the way you are, Velociraptor. Roar, Velociraptor! Roar, Velociraptor!
The Doubleclicks! So where'd you get the inspiration for that?
It's a movie. You probably haven't seen it. Yeah.
So me and Brian have had this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Brian, we should put the our Jurassic Park debate to them.
I don't know why you keep calling it a debate. It's like we settled it, we agreed, and then we made an album of us agreeing. And for 3 years now, we've publicly espoused what is the theory named after the album
Yes.
And then you're like, let's tell them about our debate, bro. Is this crossfire? I should put on a bow tie.
No.
I feel
Again, this was a setup for, okay, let's get into the conversation and not, what? I challenge your premise.
I feel like us being here makes you guys fight, and I feel bad
No,
about
this is
it.
us.
Believe
you me.
Actually better than usual. But our agreement, our theory. Can we call it our theory?
Our agreement. I mean, it was a debate that we settled, but it was a conversation. I'm just extending the conversation.
Yes.
All right. So the conversation that we had was Brian is a huge fan of the book. I think we're both fans of both, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Brian, the book means a lot to Brian. The movie means a lot to me. They are very different pieces of art. Where do you guys fall as with Jurassic Park?
I have not read the book.
Not read the book.
No.
Movie.
Yeah. I don't pretend to like things or consume media that I haven't.
Sure.
But I like to pretend to say that I have an opinion about it.
Worth a read.
Yeah, I know.
And this was actually what we got into.
I don't think we ever asked on the chat room. I don't know if we ever asked the chat live whether they prefer the book or the movie. I guess we don't have time to get into which one they saw first, but is there a consensus about which is better, the book or the movie of Jurassic Park?
I mean, I would suspect that the movie is probably a little bit more prescient in people's minds, but I'll tell you what, people are saying book.
Wow, people are saying book. Yeah.
I mean, they're extraordinarily different. But part of what we got into talking about, and this is since you guys haven't read the book, was that the debate of whether or not you should read the book first or watch the movie first, as a general rule.
Oh.
And what we eventually came to was that you should always, if you have a choice, and of course, consume whatever you want whenever you want to, right?
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. But if you're making the decision, watch the filmed version first because it's a smaller story. And so that way you are always expanding the universe as opposed to taking the larger work and then second guessing where the edits are.
And plus also it's win-win because the worst thing that can happen is you can not like the movie, in which case, guess what? Great news. Imagine a version of that same story. That's completely awesome.
That's awesome.
When you read the book. Right. But if you like it, almost never. I don't think I know of anyone who's seen the book or seen the movie and then seen the movie or the TV show and then read the book. It was like, I don't know, just kind of was long-winded and just gave me a whole bunch more. I already got the point.
I'm sure there are, though.
George R. R. Martin.
Wow, man, them's fight words.
I've only read the books, but some people complain about the food scenes. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of food porn.
Mm-hmm.
There's
and regular, sorry.
That dude loves
and regular pornography. Yeah.
That dude loves two things, and it's food, and let's say it's eating with your family and doing something else with your family. That is, he's a fan of that, and likes to get long-winded about it.
Oh man, somebody just called me out, and I was too freaking late for it. I can't believe I didn't think about it at all. As soon as we brought this subject up, we really should have. I gotta wait 16 seconds to. Somebody said Jurassic Park melodica, and I was like, damn it! Why did I think to play that as soon as the subject came up?
And he's all out of food is my favorite thing I've seen in the chat.
Yes, I only do two things.
Hey,
all right.
You guys thought? Wait, I actually got one for you. Is it possible to cover a hilariously bad cover of a song? Can you guys figure out a way to play this on purpose? It would here to Jurassic Park. Can you, if you guys could, I don't know that it's famous enough for anyone to get that you're intentionally covering a terrible cover of a thing, but that would be just amazing.
That is amazing. That's a fantastic video.
All right, you guys get another song?
Yes. Yes, we do. This goes back to your conversation earlier about British TV.
Oh, hell yeah.
Except it's technically, well, you'll see what happens.
British enough.
Yeah.
The Doubleclicks.
I'm going to tune, sorry. Not awkward.
When I was first learning of love as a teenager, one source gave me all my ideas and theories. Jane Austen's masterpiece work, Pride and Prejudice, or actually the 1995 BBC miniseries. Oh, that Mr. Darcy, so gruff and so distant, with a sensitive spirit, just waiting to shine. There's a good reason that women love jerks. It seems like a fantastic idea at the time. Oh, 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 Mr. Darcy, oh, 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 Colin Firth, you're tall, dark, and handsome, charming and wonderful. No other men are worth half what you're worth. When I was 19, I traveled to Europe to study and learn and go clubbing and drink. There was a cute boy in my history lessons who hailed from near London and mostly ignored me. So of course I fell for him and his charming voice. His detachment and rudeness got me in a snap. He finally noticed me at the end of semester, took me on one date, and treated me like crap. Oh, 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 Mr. Darcy, oh, 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 Colin Firth, you wily old bastard, you wonderful specimen, you've messed up the hearts of young girls round the earth. If you meet a gentleman hailing from England, don't be so impressed. Hold on to your heart. Just because a guy has a British accent does not mean he's witty or decent or smart. If a boy treats you with tasteful indifference, if he is handsome but bristly and cold, don't be intrigued just because he's ignoring you. Not every asshole has a heart of gold. Oh, 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 Mr. Darcy, oh, 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 Colin Firth, you wily old bastard, you wonderful specimen, you've messed up the hearts of young girls round the earth. Oh, 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 Mr. Darcy, oh, 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 Colin Firth, you're tall, dark, and handsome, charming and wonderful. No other men are worth half what you're worth.
Brian, there was a moment that happened off camera as the Doubleclicks were tuning up to do that song, and I feel like it so fits with your aesthetic that off camera, Patrick Delahunty, his lady and friend of the show, Svetlana, was off to the side, knowing what song was coming, and just very quietly chanting, as if not to disrupt anything, Darcy, Darcy, Darcy. And I feel like that just sums up so much of what is amazing about you guys, that a noted Canadian manga artist is quietly chanting the name of the song inspired by the Pride and Prejudice novel and subsequent miniseries.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That is, and I love that we live in a universe and have the type of audience where that can even occur. That's awesome.
You know, I've kind of always thought that with Pride and Prejudice, like it's not something where, I would recommend to any young men listening that that it will explain everything about women. It's a good place to start.
Absolutely.
Just go ahead.
It's always good to read books written by women.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, in general, yes. That book in particular, I feel like if even just because I think every girl I know that has read a book has read that book.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It is just a good starting place of shared knowledge.
Yeah, I think, and I read it pretty young, and it's one of the first books I read that was by a woman, from a woman's point of view. And I remember feeling that. It was like, hey,
this is a
and
thing.
she's really funny too.
Yeah.
She's not just talking about her clothes and her hair. She's got stuff to say. She's awesome.
What is it about that book though? Like, what is the like I know these feels kind of moment for Pride and Prejudice?
I mean, I think it's definitely that she's funny and that she's, commenting on everything that's happening around her. And there are just women with a lot of different personalities in it.
Yeah.
And also the sort of, this guy is a jerk and I love him thing
tends to be a common theme.
It's a trope.
In life.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of it on the other way. Brian, can you think of a book that is like for like a masculine perspective that like it's like, oh well, yes, that I get that explains that thing.
No, I think like the closest I could think of is like reading The Outsiders. Be like, yeah, I feel like an outsider. It's tough. I mean, that's
stay gold, pony boy.
Yeah, right. Maybe The Diamond Club is what the chat room is suggesting.
True, of
Maybe
course.
That's the book that speaks
our fake erotic novel, The Diamond Club. You guys, I don't know if I could. I guess it's weird to just mention that without people to know.
No, I mean, why still fake is my question.
Well, I mean, it's fake in that I guess it's kind of a joke. It's not fake in that it doesn't exist. It does exist.
Oh, okay, good.
What we did last summer.
It wasn't written by anyone. It was just we spent like 3 or 4 episodes just sketching out what we thought would be a hilarious premise for an erotic fiction novel. We encouraged everyone to write a chapter and mail it in. We threw it all in a document, we decided on a fake author's name, and then we suggested that if you think it would be funny for some people to buy 50 Shades of Grey, read it, love it, try to find more in that vein, and accidentally buy our 99-cent novel instead. And it definitely spent 3 weeks in the top 10 on iTunes. And
amazing.
It was the number 4 book behind 50 Shades of Grey. And I suspect if we were to do it now, like this summer, if we were to do it this summer, we would probably hit number 1 just because 50 Shades was such an absolute phenomenon. Robert in the chat room says, it's still real to me, damn it. Which I found very funny. It was like a big thing. So there we go. Maybe from the male perspective, the Diamond Club, which I'm still, every once in a while when I'm on a plane and I have nothing else to read, I'll read another chapter. Oh, because by the way, either me or Brian have read the whole thing.
Yeah, we published it without having any idea what was in it.
That's a good idea.
That's
good.
idea.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Usually a smart idea. And then people would be like, that there's like some really horrifyingly deviant things in here. And we'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Talk to Patricia Harkins Bradley, bro.
What can we do? What can you do?
Oh, geez. I just
Stop skimming through that. That's a little bit.
I just flipped to, well, I'm also into golden showers, he said sheepishly.
Sheepishly.
That will be where we'll stop reading the Diamond Club.
Oh, my God. Hey, by the way, God, I hesitate to even say this on the. I'm not going to show it on the stream. But for anyone listening in the chat, Brendan is pointing out that remember we requested that our vagina Paul Jag get put into a like K-Tel album type thing.
Yeah,
it definitely happened, and
well,
I don't want to say what you have to search for.
The setup is that so was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah.
2
2 weeks ago, we got into
Here,
this
I'm just
one of
gonna
those
put it on the
silly
screen there.
kind of
That's what
jags
you can-
where
that's-
we just started replacing Beatles song names with vagina.
Yeah.
Right.
So can you play it, Bri? The sound?
Well, okay, let's.
Job on the door. What is it for?
It's just that for 8 minutes. It's all of the
The entire catalog.
yeah, and again, one of the
Fixing a Hole remains, which that's not even the name of the song, I'm pretty sure. Baby, you're a rich vagina. Vagina. It was, that was one of those, oh, God.
I want to hold you.
It's great.
Like it's just the same, just different Beatles B-roll.
All right, this is
8 minutes, huh?
8 minutes long. I don't want to. Oh my
some
God,
time
this
on their
thing
hands.
is like the Lords of Arabia of terrible ideas gone too far. Oh my God. When my vagina is 64.
And featuring solos. All right, I think that's enough. You guys can go ahead and search Beatles labia on YouTube if you want to see that.
Oh man, when awesome talent comes in, it's like an uncomfortable mirror, and I just want to smash every mirror in my house so I don't see myself anymore.
That's a little harsh.
I'm so ashamed of me and our show.
No, stop looking at me. So when did you guys start playing music?
Now is when you're starting.
Oh, okay.
Forever ago.
Forever?
Yeah, we're sisters. We grew up in a very musical household, so
It's like your parents played?
Yeah, but we've been doing this since 2009 or 2011, depending on how you count.
Was there a time when you guys because obviously there's a lot of geek and pop culture references in your music. Was that always what it was, or was there like an evolution to let's just write about the things that we enjoy as opposed to writing songs about other stuff?
We weren't intending to be a geek band when we started. We were like singer-songwriters in Portland, but that was just naturally what we wrote. Like our first song has Magic the Gathering in it and that kind of thing. And it wasn't really like thinking about we got to be the girl Jonathan Colton's or something. It was just we write about the things we know about. And then we got asked to open for Paul and Storm, or they responded to my begging email, and then we were like, okay, we're a geek band now. This is good.
Is that like nervous to send, like that email? What was that email?
The email, I think it was like one sentence long, and I sent it probably at 2 a.m. And I was just
and is 2 a.m. code for?
No, I was just like, I might as well try.
Sure.
And it worked. And
it was just like, please let us open for you. LOL.
Yeah. It was just a bunch of emoticons, but they figured it out.
If you say yes, smiley face. If you say no, weepy face.
Yeah.
And so then and this was in Portland?
2011, yeah, in Portland. They were touring with Mike Furman and Hank Green. That was the first show, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so we played with them.
That was the first live show?
Oh, no, that was our first show with them.
With them.
We had been playing a little bit around town. And then that happened. It was awesome.
I assume it might be like Brian, you are in Austin, a very big music city. Everybody and their mom has a band.
Yeah.
I would assume it's a similar thing.
Yes.
In Portland, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Is it the kind of thing culturally, like everyone works, like in Austin, everyone had a tech job, and then, naturally like, well, and that'd be great. You could come out and see my band that night too. Like it was just something everyone did on the side.
Yeah, except nobody in Portland has jobs.
Yes. That's the difference. Right. The difference is that in Portland, they spend their days creating homemade gelato with a shaved straight razor, and then they have a band.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Or I think my favorite part about Portland is that the homeless signs are so well written that
That's true.
I can't help but believe that there might, like, in the same way that comedians will snipe at each other,
Right.
that I'm sure that the homeless people because they're young. They're all like within the ages of like 18 and 24, right? And they were like, "Oh, look at! Did you see what Craig put on his sign? Hack."
My favorite.
I did it first.
Yeah.
And it was originally about a $5 bill, and and the whole dog thing. Come on, really?
What were you saying? Your favorite
my
one?
favorite one I saw in Portland on the bridge was this guy holding your ad here, which was just my favorite.
It's pretty profound. Yeah,
it was pretty amazing.
It is. It's like walking art, except you have to pay him, or else he calls you a name.
They're usually pretty polite in Portland.
Yeah, no, a nice place.
It's actually weird if I had a good one. You know, why lie? I need a craft beer. Should be
Local,
like,
please.
a vegan, locally sourced craft beer.
Another song?
Sure. Yes.
We'll keep going until you say we're well has run dry.
We'll absolutely
no songs.
do another one. I was just trying to figure out which one we should do. Do you want to sing one, Aubrey?
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
I will sing a song.
This requires a little bit of preamble. Aubrey wrote this song. She brought it to us. We actually do have a kids album, and I hope none of those people are watching the show. But before we did that, Aubrey wrote this song and brought it to me and said, it's a kid's song. I don't think it's really a Doubleclicks song.
Right.
But
we hadn't been playing. Yeah.
But I was like, it's okay. I can fix it. We'll make it work. And so that's what this song is. Somebody is just spoiling the name of all of our songs before we play it. It's really funny. Yeah. And that's what this song is.
This song.
Sing a little lullaby to Mr. Bear. Tell him that you love him and that you are there. Mr. Bear needs to know you're there. So sing a little lullaby to Mr. Bear. You are ready to go to sleep. You and Mr. Bear are tucked in tight. Won't it feel good just to go to sleep and close your eyes, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
When the lights turn out, the darkness comes, and I fear it. I can see the monsters and the ghosts and the spirits. You need to be watchful. Why do you close your eyes? Mr. Bear needs protection from the torture and demise. Out goes the light and it's dark as coal. The monsters feed on dreams and they're coming for your soul. Don't look now, child, it's better you not see. Just wait here for your doom, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
So sing a little lullaby to Mr. Bear.
Monsters everywhere.
Tell him that you love him and that you are there.
Blood is in the air.
Mr. Bear needs to know you're there. So sing a little lullaby to
Better
Mr.
say your
prayers.
The Doubleclicks. That's terrifying.
I will note on our kids album, Aubrey cut out my verse completely, which was very. I know.
No.
I know. She's rude.
It's as the artist originally intended.
Exactly.
Finally, Mr. Bear restored to its glory. So a kids album, huh?
Yeah, we have a kids CD called "Worst Superpower Ever." I mean, it's got 8 songs, so it's like an EP. I guess.
Now, how it seems to me like when you have a lot of artists that are known for adult music, but then do a kids album, it seems like there's a shockingly small difference between the two. Like it just like you mentioned, like just that one verse taking out changes the context entirely.
Yeah, it wasn't like we're gonna write kids music now. It was like a lot of people told us we're playing our songs for your playing your songs for our kids. Could you take out the swear words?
That's amazing.
Like, okay, we can do that. Because we had a video that an animated music video that went around a little bit, but it's fine except for a few really big swear words there at the end. So it was like, my kids love this and they don't know how it ends.
Yes.
Like, okay.
So is that, it's somebody in the chat room, and I don't know whether or not they were being facetious or not, was like, censorship sucks. But it's like, this is shaping your things artistically so other people can enjoy them, right? Like, it's better that you guys have this. I mean, I assume it's pretty gratifying to know that you are being played for kids, right?
It's it's really, really fun. We play at a convention called Geek Girl Con for the last couple of years, which has a lot of young kids there and little girls that there's something very special about that. Like, kids like us liking us now. It's
Sure.
it's very, very cool.
Brian, I mean, I'll tell you what, this would be something you should play for your daughters.
Done for my I guess, man, I'm just gonna be I've got every age of kid, like what, 9, 5
collect
and
the whole set.
6. But it's like this rotating conveyor belt. Like, I'm perpetually going to be able to visit whatever I'm going through with Penelope, I know I get to go through 2 more times, and whatever music Penelope likes, I'm gonna get to see it twice more as well. So,
It is like it's like one of those like row your boat things, right? Like,
bingo. That's the visual that I was trying to portray. Yes.
You should actually just pose them like for family photos, like as if it's like the evolution of man, you know, where it's just like they're all just in different ages.
That would actually be a really good little Christmas card we could do together.
And then just keep doing it. And then at some point they'll be like, Dad, this is weird. We keep doing this every year. And you're like, keep doing it. Get in position.
I should point out, like, the chat room has reminded me that it's not nice to call my wife a conveyor belt. And that's not what I was saying.
Oh, no. And that would kind of make you like Lucy. Like in I Love Lucy. Like, you're like, what am I going to do with all these babies coming out?
You know, at the family reunion, we had to do a talent show, and so Penny and Josie did that. They reenacted that as their skit.
Which at this point, I mean, that would be like them reenacting Bible verses, right? Like, that's so old and musty that they have, like, you might as well say, like, oh, reenact the defenestration of Prague, you know, as the...
Which actually ironically beat us in the competition, unfortunately.
The cousins doing the defenestration of Prague. All right. Well, I feel like this has been an amazing night here with you guys. You guys are so amazing. The chat room has absolutely gone insane. Because I haven't plugged the album in 15 minutes, I will again remind everybody that Laser and Feelings, Lasers and
by
Feelings.
the way, when I asked if they had anything to promote, I was kind of hoping if you had a Twitter or a particular social media outlet that you'd like us to direct people to.
Twitter, the Doubleclicks, Twitter, at the
Doubleclicks. Yeah. Remember the.
Yes.
The is very important. TheDoubleclicks.com, at the Doubleclicks. What's on Doubleclicks.com? Do you guys, I'm sure you guys
I think
are
somebody was
aware.
saying that it's just parked right now. Doubleclick is a Google product, so it's the worst name for a band of all time. Just
so there we go. At the Doubleclicks. And again, San Diego, the Bay Area, Portland, Seattle. If you are in those cities, make sure you make yourself available. Find out the dates that they are going to be there and go watch them, because it's just a taste, ladies and germs. You're going to have yourself a hell of a... Oh, my God. What is happening to the...
Oh, look at this. This whole place is going to crap. Stuff's falling down all over the place.
Oh, jeez. You know, this is like at the point where you start emailing Paul and Storm about your ideas. Like, you know, we've just gotten to that goofy portion of the evening. Which, by the way, Paul and Storm, Brian, I don't know if you know, but they are playing our Dragon Con show.
Yeah.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm almost positive that's a thing.
Know, I don't know. Man, okay, awesome. All right,
I don't know if they know that, by the way. I know we were told by the organizers of the pod track that they were talking to Paul and Storm to do it, and I heard last time that they said yes. That might not be true. However, if you harass them enough, maybe we can just make it happen.
Because you know,
can we
who
send
I was
an email
out? Harassing was I was going to try to start harassing because we almost got 2 years ago on the summer music series Professor Elemental, but he was having a baby at the time and wasn't available. But now he's going to be a Dragon Con.
Well, I'll tell you what, the more the merrier, and also our old friend possibly my father, Michael Rooker, will be in attendance. So we will hopefully try to corral him, although he is a force of nature, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
I can
You
let
can't
you
put
know
that in
that
a bottle.
I can have it confirmed by him that he will be there. We have no idea whether or not he will actually be there. He was supposed to be there last year, but he wound up having to go back to LA.
Justin, you know what we ought to do is book a hotel room and maybe make travel arrangements.
That sounds like some 2 days before Dragon Con stuff.
We're so bad.
No, apparently, like they are periodically kind of appearing Dragon Con rooms. So if you don't have one, then be like your friends, Brian and Justin, and just camp out on the sites for the major hotels and try to get yourself one. All right.
All right, boss.
We can
man,
do one more song.
That was a good one.
What are we rocking on now?
This is called This Fantasy World.
This Fantasy World. Again. Lasers and fantasies. Where am I going? Am I here? There we go.
That's good. That's what he does too. You have to say, "Where am I?"
Where am I? Huh? Hey, Brian. You got any gum?
Got any gum? I was surprised you didn't come up and ask if those were their drums.
Yeah, those are drums. Nice job.
Lasers and feelings. It is the Doubleclicks.
You're sure not tall, and you're not all that attractive, 'cause you're a level 8 dwarf and you drink too much ale. You drink way too much ale. But you've got a nice axe and you know how to use it. It's +2 against zombies. And the moment you set foot in this campaign, you set a magic missile on my heart and charm person on my brain. Dungeons and Dragons, yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. Yes, I do, yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. But I wanna get you out of this fantasy world and into my fantasy, and out of this basement and into the sun. Dungeons and Dragons, one time you saved me by setting an oncoming horde of golems on fire. And one time you saved me from the mouth of a volcano, 'cause you couldn't levitate, which was a very clever spell choice. And I think the other players might be starting to suspect, 'cause you're always saving me when shit turns to heck. But this is so much more than Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. Yes, I do. Yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. But I wanna get you out of this fantasy world and into my fantasy, where you could be my boyfriend and we could go out to dinner. Dungeons and Dragons. As we finish this battle and we slay the dragon and look around her lair for loot, like gold and magic items, I look around this room at all these fracking nerds and all their fracking books and their fracking dice and their primarily Windows-based computers and their Doritos and Mountain Dew. Everything here is disgusting but you. And Dungeons and Dragons, yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. Yes, I do, yes, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. But I wanna get you out of this fantasy world and into my fantasy and into my bed, where we could have sex. Dungeons and Dragons.
Everybody, put your hands together. Even if you are sitting in front of your computer, wake up your dorm mate and clap loudly, hoot and holler, because the Doubleclicks just blew your goddamn mind. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
This was awesome.
Brian, anything
This is what
else
I meant to
say?
play. Sorry, I just meant to play this. There.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that.
We dropped. We play that song. We give out the metaphorical belt whenever anybody curses on the stream.
Oh.
Although I feel like this is like art rules. Can we invoke art rules?
It's like getting caught with a Rembrandt, a Rubenesque painting of someone naked. You're like,
that'd be the only way that you could show boobs in school, right? Is if it was like on a statue or in a National Geographic.
Sure. Yeah, no, it seems legit.
Yeah. Hey, listen, teacher, it's legit.
Sorry for swearing.
Listen.
No,
it's fine.
It's fine.
It's you earned it.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us in the after show. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye.